Hello, Neil here. Welcome to another As a Devops. I've been asked how to set up a Sudo user. Sounds quite easy and is one of the first things you might do on a new server. So here, as a DevOps engineer, of course, we could use a script, but we wouldn't do that. We're going to use Ansible. In my repo, we've got a host Ansible project that we can use, and it comes with a little readme here. Get started. We're going to set up new nodes on our standard accounts. It loads public keys, and then we could use Ansible to configure other roles on the server. This is quite straightforward. It configures an SSH key for logon, then removes the root account and the password login. So it creates the users with the keys, and as a side effect of getting rid of root, we need to be able to sudo as well. When running it, we need to ensure that the host file is updated. We've got the name of the server, the IP address of the server. That again is here as well. And then our top secret password for the root account when we're given the box. So, first thing we need to do, clone the repo. Then let's go into that repo. Take the hosts file. Then we need to update the IP address. We also need to update the password. Save the file. And then we can run Ansible against the box. Host setup. Let's gather in the facts, mostly hostname and stuff, as well as what operating system is running. And we're running a couple of tasks. Quickly as that. So what did it actually do? So this is a straight up playbook, and it also has tasks in it. It's very minimal. The first thing we do is we set up a couple of vars. User is Neil. Couldn't think of anything better to put in there. A couple of packages that we need on our box, and then the list of tasks. So the first task we get to is update all the Red Hat things, or update all the Ubuntu things. When it gathers facts that we saw earlier, one of the things it grabs is what the OS is. So in this case, it detected it was Red Hat, and so ran the yum command. If it logged onto the box and discovered it was Debian, it would run the apt command instead. The next command is we make sure we have a wheel group. We use this later on, sudo list. We then enable that wheel group to have passwordless sudo. So in the sudoers file, you put a line in, and that enables anybody in the wheel group to run the sudo command. We then add our user that we created to the group, and then we create an SSH key for that user. Copies it out of the home drive using the public key, sticks it in the user's home drive on the destination server. Then we get to ensure that all the packages are installed if it's Debian. Importantly, we now change the user that we're using. So right at the beginning, we're using the root user. Here, however, we change to the user Neil. This way, we know that the user's been created, so when we disable root, we know that we're not going to break anything, logging in as that user. So first thing we do is we disable the root logon over SSH, logged in as that user, remember, and now we're going to disable root to log in. It's then going to notify start SSH. Second thing that we do is we disable the passwordless logon. So we update the SSHD config in order to say that password authentication, no, and that also notifies the handler. And then at the bottom, we specify what the handler is. In this case, restart SSHD, which does exactly that, restarts the service. So there you go. The meat of the sauce is to create that wheel group and then add the wheel group credentials to the sudoers file. We validate it with the sudo command. I hope that's been useful to you. If it has, like the video and subscribe for some more great content. Till then, bye.